me in one of the other videos. I'm Mrs. Holness, Assistant Head Teacher for Student Achievement. In a moment you're going to hear from Mrs. Hardingham, the Head Teacher, see a uniform catwalk show as well. Hope you enjoy it.
Hello and welcome to our Year 6 induction evening for 2020. A little bit of a different format. Normally I would be welcoming you, all of you new parents of our 2020 Year 7 cohort. I would be welcoming you to the school in our hall, and we'd all be meeting together. Obviously things are a little bit different this year, and as your new head teacher, Mrs. Hardingham, I am having to welcome you by video, but hopefully in watching this video you'll get all of the information that you need to feel a little bit more assured about some of those key questions as your child starts secondary school with us in September. I've been here quite a long time. I've been here since 1998, so have my deputies and so have my assistant heads. And one of the key things that's really important to us here is empowering your child to grow and take responsibility and to be a leader. And I like to work in exactly the same way with my staff. So one of the first differences that you'll probably see if you're a new parent, if this is your oldest child or your only child coming to secondary school, one of the key differences that you'll probably see in relation to primary schools, you won't actually see me around a great deal. You might see me a little bit, but not a great deal. The people that you will have most contact with will be your child's tutor and your child's head of house, and then Miss Holness, who will also be featuring quite heavily in this video later on, they will be the people that you will talk to directly about concerns. But rest assured, I am there finding out and behind everything. It's just that you probably won't see quite as much of me. Dare to dream, aim to achieve. That is our motto here, and our aim here is to capture, find that talent in every single child, to nurture that child and to make them feel as though they have had a chance to walk a step or two with genius. We're really proud of our curriculum here at Admiral Lord Nelson School, and I'm really excited to welcome your son and daughter into Year 7, into what I think will be a fantastic learning experience for them. We'll have all of the normal lessons and some more that you would expect to see in every secondary school. So your son and daughter, not only will they be studying English, maths and science with the specialist teachers in their specialist rooms, they'll also have lessons in history, in geography, in languages, where they'll have an opportunity to learn both French and German during Year 7 before choosing to specialise in one of those languages for Year 8. They'll also have lessons in computing, in music, in drama, in dance, in PE and in design. So in design they will do rotations of about 8 weeks each, where they will study art, they'll study food, they'll study product design, textiles and graphics. So watch out for the food rotation. I can remember when my son was in secondary school, that's a time where parents have to be super organised, particularly with regards to making sure that you know what ingredients your child needs if they're going to be cooking, and supporting them with that. As well as all of those exciting lessons, which will all be put together in a timetable that we will help your son or daughter to work out, and we will help them with finding their way around the school, and the staff, and the students that are all willing to help at all times. And we normally find that it doesn't take our Year 7 students very long at all before they're really comfortable and really at home working with their timetable and finding their way around all of those specialist rooms so that they can work with those specialist teachers. As well as our lessons, our curriculum, a really important part of our curriculum is our personal development curriculum, and underpinning that, our commitment to the Convention on the Rights of the Child. And we have a range of activities throughout the academic year in each of Year 7 right the way through until Year 11 that are all designed to develop your child as a whole person. And what we're aiming to do is to develop your child not just as a successful learner, but also so that they get to explore themselves as an individual and they become confident in who they are as an individual, and that we give them opportunities to explore different viewpoints and to debate and to find out about just different ways of looking at things, so that they can work out for themselves who they want to be when they leave us as a young adult in 5 years' time. We will take your son and your daughter in, and they will be a child, and when they leave us in 5 years' time, they will be leaving us as a young man or a young woman. And we want to make sure that their 5 years with us set them up in a position so that they can have any future that they wish to choose, that no door is left closed to them, that they understand exactly how to learn, they're confident in themselves as an individual, and also they are responsible citizens. They know how to be a part of a community, whether that is a leader or whether that's part of a team, and whether that's our school community, whether that's in the family, whether that's in our local community in Portsmouth, our national community in the UK, or that they see themselves as a global citizen of the world as well. So we design a lot of experiences that help them to see themselves as part of all of those different communities. We have personal development days throughout the year. In a normal year, they would include a lot of trips. We have to be a little bit more careful about what we plan for next year with regards to our trips, but we're still designing really memorable, exciting and different experiences on 8 days during the year, where your child will get to work with experts and to look at learning from a different point of view, and we don't have the normal timetable on those particular days. Really looking forward to welcoming your sons and daughters to their very first day of Year 7 at Admiral Lord Nelson School on Friday the 4th of September 2020. We're not quite sure exactly what time yet. It'll probably be sometime around 8:15, but look out for the information that we will send to you once we've finalised exactly how we need to adjust things so that we've got everybody arriving separately, because we need year groups to arrive at separate times, so we've got staggered starts in September. What we do know though about that first day is that we're going to make that a real transition style day. We're really aware that your children haven't had the opportunity to come and see us and to see one another and to just familiarise themselves a little bit and get used to that change. So we're going to make that a really gentle day. We will have Year 11 in school as well, and they will be there, so your child will be able to meet the Year 11s in their vertical tutor group, and they will be able to form a bond with them and they can show them around the school. And what that means is that during the course of those first few weeks, if they ever need somebody, if they ever get a little bit lost or they're not sure what they're doing, then there's usually somebody that they can turn to straight away that they feel comfortable with, and the older children want to look after your sons and daughters to make sure that they feel comfortable finding their way around. During the course of that day, the children will get their timetables, and we will talk to them all about their timetables and how to read them and how to work with them. And they'll have a chance to get their locker keys, so you'll get information about paying for locker keys and registering with Parent Pay during the holidays. After the excitement of that first day on the Friday, Monday the 7th of September will be the first normal day of school. And at this stage, we think we will probably have all of the school back on Monday the 7th of September, and we will probably do a normal school day, so normal lessons start at the timetable. Although it's not normal at the moment, is it? Things are all very, very different. And obviously one of the things that you will want to be assured of is that we have made school as safe as possible for your son and daughter. So what you would see if you're used to being in the school previously, you will see differences in that there'll be lots of hand sanitizers everywhere. Outside, outdoors, there will be lots of hand washing facilities and a few additional portaloo toilets outside as well. On the field, we will have big marquees that we have arranged to have, and they are outdoor space for each year groups to go and meet as they arrive at the beginning of the day. We will have staggered start times, so different year groups will arrive at different times, and we will use that outside space and those marquees. The children will move around the school on the outside, and we'll use those marquees as central points so that we can manage keeping the year groups as separate as possible, so that we keep that bubble of about 200 children as consistent as we possibly can, whilst also ensuring that we give your child a normal school experience so that they can grow and learn and flourish within a safe way. One of the other things that's been very different during the course of this year and will continue next year is that we've got a big new building on the front of the school, and that's why this year's 7 cohort is a little bit bigger than in previous years, and we're welcoming 250 students to the school. So we have to work differently now with regards to visitors to the site and access to the school site. And one of the things that I need to say really clearly to you as parents is that you will, if you're planning to drive your child to school, you will need to use one of the public car parks that's a little distance away from the school, and drop your child off at a safe distance so that they can walk the last few minutes to school themselves. And there'll be a designated entrance for year 7 to enter the school and a specific time to enter the school. But it won't be possible for parents to enter the school. You will need to drop your child off if you're walking them straight to the gates, and you need to drop your child off at the gates, and it won't be possible to drive up to the school or onto the school site. No parents are allowed to drive onto the car park at all for drop-off or for collection. So that's just something to factor in as you plan your child's journey to and from school, ready for September.
Welcome to our uniform catwalk. You can see 2 students here wearing the trouser option. Both of them are wearing trousers that need to be not jeans or leggings material, just normal cotton trousers. They can be relatively skinny but not absolutely skin tight. They're both wearing school shoes. School shoes can be trainer material. We ask for school shoes to be black. They can be trainer style, like the ones on the young lady here, but they do need to be a leather or leather look material, because canvas ones do get very wet and are difficult to get dry ready for the next day. The jumpers can be either the V-neck jumper that you can see there with our school sails on, or the sweatshirt round neck jumper, again with the school sails. You can see both of them are wearing house polo shirts. They're both in Victory House, so the silver piping, and you would be getting whichever piped colour is your child's house. Do ask that school bags are of a size that you can fit an A4 folder in. You're going to be carrying lots of books around, pencil cases, lunch boxes, etc. A rucksack is particularly good because it does save the back when you're carrying lots of bits and pieces around. Also, another piece of equipment you might want to remember is your bike helmet. Yes, absolutely ride your bike to school. We really do encourage that, but you do need to have a helmet. Another example of the uniform, another option, is the school skirt. So what you can see here is a little bit more of the polo shirt. So you can see with the sails and Spinnaker House this time in the piping. And the school skirt does need to have the school logo on it. You can see the sails at the bottom of the school skirt, and we ask that to be around about knee length. So here's an example of the PE kit. The PE top is in house colours. This is Warrior in the blue here. We have black shorts or tracksuit bottoms or black leggings, and obviously a pair of trainers too. Do advise you to perhaps purchase black trainers, just so that black trainers can be worn should there anything happen to school shoes any particular day. You could then wear your black trainers as an alternative. So here's an example of all the uniform for you to see. You'll see that everybody's wearing their jumper, because we do ask that jumpers are on you at all times. You may well get permission to take them off in the classrooms if you are warm. And then as an alternative to the jumper, there is also a school cardigan that you can wear.
So I hope you found all of the information in this video helpful, and that it's answered lots of the questions that you might have already had. And I just want to finish by saying just how very much we are looking forward to welcoming your son and daughter into Admiral Nelson School, into the ALNS family in September. Dare to dream, to achieve.
So we hope you found found that useful. You will have received a letter in the last couple of days from me, and on that letter is a link to a Zoom meeting for you each to meet with your head of house and also the senior leader in each house on Thursday at 6 o'clock. The Zoom links can also be found on our social media. There's a chance for you to meet people and also ask any questions you might have. Hope you've enjoyed this evening, hope you found it useful, and finally have a lovely summer.